Good morning, students of standard 9. Welcome in day 3. As you know that in day 2 I have taught you about Newton's universal law of gravitation. Okay. Today I will teach you about Newton's law of gravitation. That means after giving the concept of universal law, he derived an expression regarding universal law of gravitation. So let us see. Today I will teach you. Okay, so turn page number 125 of your science book and sit with notebook and pen. Okay, so let us see what is Newton's law of gravitation. Yesterday in day 2 I have taught you about there is a force of attraction between two objects, it depends upon the masses of these two objects. Okay, so here every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force. That means in the universe there are so many things, so many particles. Every particles exert a force on the other particles. Okay, with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses. Suppose that particle 1 has m1 mass and particle second particle has mass m2, then the force exerted by there is m1 into m2. That means the force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square between them. Suppose that two particles are separated by 2 meter. Okay, then the value of force of gravitation is F is directly proportional to the m1 into m2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Suppose that the distance between them are 2 meter, then the value of force of attraction will be 1 by 2 square, 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 4 times. So let us see here. Every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, and the direction of force is along the line joining two particles. Suppose that there are two particles A and B. Okay, there are two objects or particles A and B. The force is always exerted lining joining between them. That means force is exerted by A on B in this direction on this line, and B exert a force on A in this direction. Okay, so see here how it is mathematical derived. Let us see. Students, see in the figure I have taken two object A and object B. Mass of object is A is m1 and mass of object B is m2, and both are separated by a distance r. Okay, and I have told you that in the universe each and every particles are attracted other particles. Each and every particles attracts other particles by a force of attraction which value is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Okay, let us see. Let us consider two objects having their masses m1 and m2. Okay, let us consider two objects having their masses m1 and m2, and these are separated by distance r. Then the value of gravitational force or force of gravitation F is directly proportional to product of their masses m1 into m2. F directly proportional to m1 into m2 and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Distance between them is r, then r square between them. Then f is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. Okay, and if you will merge these both equation, then it becomes f proportional to m1 into m2 by r square. That means the value of F, gravitational force, is directly proportional to m1 into m2 by r square. And if you remove this proportional symbol, then you will put here constant term with equal sign. Then it becomes F is equal to g into m1 m2 by r square, where capital G is a gravitational constant. Okay, capital G is a gravitational constant, and which value G is a gravitational force, gravitational constant, capital G, which value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. Okay, this is gravitational force G, and its value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. How it becomes? See here, unit of G, capital G. It is right or wrong? See here, you can write here G is equal to Fr square by m1 m2, and you know that SI unit of Newton, force is Newton, distance meter square, and m1 kg into kg square, and this becomes kg 2 minus, when it goes in as a numerator. Okay, that means it will be asked in the exam, what is the SI unit of capital G? Okay, that means SI unit of capital G is Newton meter square kg minus 2. And what is the value of capital G? 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. Okay, students, and I hope you understood. Students, I hope you all understood very well about Newton's law of gravitation. Listen once again. Every particles in the universe exert a force on the other particles. Okay, every particles in the universe exert a force on the other particles, which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square between them. Okay, students, today's class is over. Now it's time for your homework. Write down your homework. Students, this is your homework for day 3. Today I have given only one question. What do you mean by Newton's law of gravitation? That means you will just define Newton's law of gravitation. Then after, give a mathematical expression for it. Okay, that means you will draw two objects and you will separate between distance r, and then you will write, let us consider like that. Okay, so you will do this question at your home. Today's class is over. Thanks to all of you for watching me. Have a nice day.